So we're on our mats. Band resting on the thighs, hands behind the thighs, sit up nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, nod that chin to your chest, round your spine, keep the arms right where they were. And then bring it back up and sit tall. We'll inhale back. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, round. Lengthen those arms. And exhale up. One more. We'll inhale. And exhale. Now let's bring it back down. Grab onto that band. Shoulders are deep. And we're going to take the band up for 2 on an inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Band is nice and tight. I'm still rounding my spine. Chin is to the chest. Don't forget the breath. We inhale up. We exhale down. 2 more. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Now on this inhale, bring that spine up nice and tall. And then exhale down. We'll inhale up. Exhaling down. 2 more. Reaching nice and long. Exhaling down. And 1 more. I inhale. I exhale. I lower it all the way down. Slide those heels to where the feet are flat. Arms are up over the chest. Hands are shoulder width apart. Tuck that tail. Lift up your seat. Continue coming up. Bring the band to your thighs. Press through the thighs. And then articulate. Return back home. Tuck that tail. Let's inhale up. Arms are lengthening. Exhale all the air out of the center. Tuck again. Lift up. Push down on your band. And then exhale home. And 1 more. Inhaling up. And return with a nice big exhale. Tabletop your legs. Legs are together. Knees are over your hips. And the shins are parallel to the floor. I'll cue lifting up your head. You don't need to. That's not for you. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin to your chest. Reach that band for your shins. Touch against the shins. A little bit of downward pressure. And then release. Exhale, press. Inhale, return. Nod that chin. Lengthen those arms. Press through those shins and return. Exhale, press through. I'm going to start to now press my arms a little bit lower towards the mat without my legs going with me. I lift up, I exhale, and I inhale. 2 more. Make sure you're not dragging your head off that mat. You tuck that chin to your chest first. Now I'm going to stay here and press for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Take those feet to the floor. Lengthen those legs all the way out. Nod that chin to your chest and bring yourself up. Take that band and take it behind the feet. And I'm going to hold the band close towards my feet. And I'm going to start to bring it back down. I'll bring my knees into my chest. I'm in a Pilates stance. My knees are as wide as my frame. My elbows stay down. I'm going to zip my legs straight up and then return them back down. And I exhale and I inhale. Exhale, press. And as my legs go up, my tail goes heavy. I press up and return. And my belly goes in deeper. And I return. 2 more. Press and return. And let's hold this one up. Bring those arms up. Slide the hands down till they're equal to the hips. Head down or head up. Reach those arms longer. And we start to pump the arms for the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale to the nose. Exhale, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. Don't forget, don't hold that breath. We are breathing. And if you can inhale for 5 counts, you only inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. I'm moving my arms from those armpit muscles in my back. My tail is nice and long and heavy. We've got 3 more to go, possibly. And breathe. And here's 2. And we breathe. And here's 1 more. And we take that head down. I'm going to walk my hands back up so my band is a little tighter. I'm going to bend these knees in. And I'm going to lower my feet towards the mat, but don't touch the mat. Lengthen my legs along the mat and zip straight back up. Bend the knees back in. Press down into that band, reach long, zip it up, and return. Inhale, 2, exhale, and return. Inhale, lengthen, 2, exhale. The pelvis should not be moving or changing. Your back should always be imprinting on that mat. And I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to hover the mat, bend those knees and frog in. Zip up, lengthen the legs, hover the mat, squeeze that booty as those legs come down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale, and rock yourself all the way up. Cross that band over, make an X. I'm going to separate my legs just about a couple inches. That's it. Take those hands a little more forward if you need more support coming up. We're going to tuck that tail, melt the shoulders, flex the feet, drive those heels towards the edge of your mat. And we release the head to the floor. Nod the chin to your chest, eyes to navel, and we peel back up. Stay rounded. And we come back. I'm staying inside this tractor tire and my spine is still rounded. Shoulders should always be connected to your back. Inhale, find that lower back. Drive those legs longer. Don't forget to breathe. We'll inhale down. Exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. 2, exhale. And I want you to come halfway back, and I want you to soften your knees. Turn those palms in, shoulders are melted, and we're going to drive the elbows back in a row. Exhale, inhale. Take your time. Make sure the arms come all the way out so you feel that stretch in your back. And 3. And 2. And 1, and we're going to finish coming all the way down for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring those knees in and bring those legs straight up. Uncrisscross, and I want you to take your left foot out and place it on the mat. I'm going to have one end of my band in each hand. And I want you to lengthen this leg all the way towards the floor and bring it back up. Inhale. Exhale, down, up. Try to keep everything else still, just the leg is moving. Reach longer as you lower that leg. And I go for 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Hold it up and turn that kneecap away from you. You can continue keeping the left knee bent, or you can lengthen that leg, whatever feels best to your hip and your back. Make sure, like I said before, the kneecap is turned away, so we're in a little Pilates stance. And we're going to circle towards the other leg, around and come straight up. Inhale to exhale. Nothing else moves, and I want the length in that leg. 1 more. And let's reverse. I only go a few inches away from my center. Think of tracing a capital D. 2 more. 1 more. And then bend that knee in. You can choose to keep your head down again, or I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. And I'm going to bring my other leg to 45. I'm going to push this leg out as the other leg comes in. And switch, push, and push, and push. You got it. I inhale, and I exhale. And I inhale, and I exhale. You never have to have your head lifted, but if your head is, the shoulders need to be off the mat to the base of the shoulder blade. No higher, no lower. One more set. Finish on the exhale and bring that leg straight up. Put both ends into that right hand. The left hand comes behind the head. You can have your head down or head up. And we're going to scissor. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So even though only one leg is in the band, the other leg needs to be pressing the same way as it would be in a band. And I inhale, and I exhale, and I inhale, and I exhale. Bring both knees in and rest your head for a second. I'm going to keep that hand behind my head, and I'm going to slide my right hand further down to the ends of my band so it's not as tight, because these are thicker bands. If you have a thinner band, you may not need to go that far, but I'm going to be pressing out my leg and my arm and coming back in. I'll keep my head down, or I can take my head up. But I'm going to reach and come in. Reach. So if it's too tight, keep playing with it. See what's going to work for the band you have. You don't have to use a band at all. Press and come in. I'm going to try and take both legs out with me. So they're going to glue together. Yep. Just two more. Press it. And one more. And release the head. Bring the legs straight up. And let's switch to the left foot. Take the right foot out. One end can be in each hand. If you prefer to have them both in the left, that's fine. Elbows come down. And we're going to lower the leg and lift the leg. Lower. Lengthen that leg. Now make sure the opposite leg isn't flopping around. So I want you to work from those inner thighs to keep that knee pressing in towards your center line. I also want you to feel resistance on that band. I want you reaching that leg long. I inhale down, I exhale up. 3 more. 2. And 1. Hold it up. Turn that left kneecap away from you. You can choose to keep the opposite leg bent, or you can lengthen it onto the mat. Kneecap is turned away. Shoulders and elbows are heavy. And let's go towards the center. Around to come up. I want you to feel your belly moving this leg. It's like stirring wet cement. 2 more. Inhale to exhale. 1 more. And I want you to reverse it. We'll go around to come up. Inhale to exhale. 3. 2. You should start to be getting a little bit warmer here. And then bend that knee in. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to bring the other leg up. And I'm going to press out and in. Out and in. I go inhale for 2 counts. Exhale. And inhale. No looking up at the ceiling. If your head is lifted, eyes to navel. Don't forget to breathe. It is part of the exercise. Inhale to exhale. I'm driving that band leg long, and the other leg is going to do the same thing without the band. Good. Bring it in, put that leg up, put both ends into that left hand. Hand goes behind the head, and we'll scissor. Inhale to exhale. You got it. Inhale to exhale. That elbow is firmly to the floor. Elbow on the opposite hand is out wide. Don't let it hug your head. Keep your spine imprinting on the mat. And make sure you're working from your core. I inhale, and I exhale, and I inhale, and I exhale, and bring both knees in. Okay, I'm gonna slide my hands down because this is a really tight band. And again, if this doesn't work for you, just keep the elbow bent and continue with the leg, okay? So let's see how it's gonna work. Let's try it out. I'm gonna keep my head down for a second. I'm gonna push out and come in. Do we need to make an adjustment? We make it. And I lengthen out and in. And again, if you have a shoulder issue, keep your arm to your side or keep the elbow down, okay? But I got both ends of my one hand. I'll bring my head up, see how that goes. And I press, and I'm playing to see which way feels more comfortable to me. Press and press. If you want two legs glued together, press and push and shh. And 3, 2 more, press it. 1 more, shh, and release. Rock yourself up. Okay, how'd that go? Okay, so let's take our band behind our back to the base of our armpit. Get the hair up and over it. I'm gonna take my legs as wide as my mat. My palms are facing down, and I'm pinching my band with my thumb and second finger, little pincher, okay? My elbows are out wide, and as I press out, I want you to press the middle of your back into that band as you flex forward. When you come back up, the elbows are gonna bend. I'm gonna go into almost like an extension. And I'm gonna press forward, shh, belly goes in, yes? Inhale, open the chest, heart to sky. Look into your navel. Look up towards the ceiling. If that's not for you, when you come up, you would just look straight ahead and stack your spine tall. Exhale, feet are flexed. I'm pushing the back of my legs into that mat. 2 bar. Exhale, drive that navel deep. Inhale, bring it up. And last one. Feel that stretch in your back and the strength in that core. Inhale, and on the exhale, just come back to center. Okay, keeping the band how it is, let's come into a quadruped position. If the band feels too tight and it feels straining to your hands, loosen up the band then. So you're more than welcome to stay in a quadruped position. I'm going to take one leg back at a time. And here I am in my little plank. And I'm going to make sure I'm pressing up against that band. And I'm just going to hold this for 8. Squeeze lemons in your armpits. 7, tuck your bum. 6, pull that navel in. 5, lengthen the crown of your head. 4, lengthen your heels in the opposite direction. 3, now we have a perfect plank. And 2, and 1. I'm going to bend my elbows and lower myself down to the mat and walk my hands a little closer to my body. But the band's still going to be towards the base of my armpit. Okay? All right, so my elbows are bent, my legs are together. Anytime you feel that's too much for your lower back, if you're lifting up the chest, you can open up the legs on your mat a little wider. Okay? Mine going to be together. My forehead rests on the mat, and even though I'm completely lying on the front of my body, I'm still pulling that navel away from the mat. I want you to press those arms out and then bend them back in. And we're going to press them out and bring them back in. I inhale, I exhale. I reach long, I bend, and my palms rest at the edge of my mat. Pressing out. Now you're more than welcome to stay like this. I'm going to press out and lift up against the band, come back down, and bend my arms. I'm going to press out, squeeze your seat, lift up the chest, lower the chest, bend the arms. Inhale, exhale, inhale, Now let me add on again. I'm going to push my arms out on the inhale. On the exhale, I'm going to bring my hands closer to my center. I press back out and I return back home. Inhale, exhale, lift, pulling back. Inhale, exhale, return the hands down. I first push my arms out, that's my inhale. I lift up my chest, squeeze my seat, open my chest further, come back to that T, head comes down, then the hands. One more. Arms go first, lift up the chest, arms pull back, arms come back out, and lower down. Stretch back into that little child's pose, and again, I still have that pressure into that band. So scoop the belly, round the back, send that tail heavy. Good. Okay, so let's take the band now underneath our knees. And again, anytime I use the band, you don't have to. So I'm going to kneel on that band, and I'm going to start with my right hand. My right hand's going to grab the band, which means my right knee needs to stay on the mat. I'm going to lengthen my left leg behind me. So I'm going to reach that right arm a little bit more forward so it's not underneath my shoulder, so my band is tighter. Make sure you square off your hips, pull the belly in, send your tail long. As I lengthen the arm and leg, I lift them up and then down. Inhale to exhale. Make sure you feel that core working to keep you balanced in that position. You shouldn't feel strained to your shoulders. In my standing arm, I need to squeeze that lemon in that armpit. Inhale, exhale, lift, and lower. So you're working the front of that shoulder, the glute, back of the thigh. In my standing leg, my inner thigh should be working to hold that leg in my center position. And two more. And one. And bend that arm and come back in. I'm going to stretch back into a child's pose just so I can release the shoulders, the wrists, the back. Just kind of reset your body. Okay. So let's put the band now in our left hand. And I reach my right leg long, and I make sure my hips are in a straight line, and this knee and the hip are in a straight line, okay? Now this standing leg here, make sure the inner thigh stays engaged and active, so the knee's not flopping or the hip doesn't flop out. I want you to work into your center line. So if I take the time to say something, it's important. All right, so here we go. We're gonna lift everything up, and then down. I inhale up, I exhale down. Squeeze that right butt cheek as you lift up. Pull that navel in deeper. And we move the same speed, lifting as we do lowering. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze that bum. You got it. Inhale. Exhale. I hope you feel muscles working. I hope your core feels that challenge. And I hope the standing inner thigh feels engaged as well. And I go for 3 more. And 2. And 1. Bend that knee in. Stretch back. Release the wrists. Scoop the belly and round the back. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do some twisting. You're going to sit and face me. I'm going to sit cross-legged. If that's not for you, you can come out to a diamond. You can come out to straight legs. Once you're sitting up tall. Take the band once again behind the base of your armpit. Now this is not an opportunity to release your core. So the core still needs to be engaged. Pull it in and up. Keep the weight off that lower back, so stay zipped up, okay? I'm going to take my hands, again, I'm pinching with my thumb and second finger, and my palms are going to face the ceiling, okay? So like you're holding trays in your hands. So we're going to press straight out and come in. So the shoulders again are working, core, of course. We're gonna inhale to exhale. If it's too easy, just slide your hands closer to your body. Reach it out. Now when you come back in, I don't want you to feel like that's, okay, it's a release, it's a break. It's not a break for your core. Palms turned up. Now I'm gonna add some rotation here. Hold the arms out. And you're gonna take your left arm, twist, open, follow it, come back in, and then bend your arms. And then we'll press back out, and you'll take the other side. I'm gonna follow it, come back in, and return. So your breathing is inhale, exhale, inhale to exhale. Sit taller, please. Feel your wringing water out of that rib cage. Good. Are we breathing? I want you to take your time. Feel the spiraling of the spine, reaching around that barbershop pole. We'll do one more each side. Remember, no collapsing in the rib cage. I grow taller each time I start this, and I don't sink. Last one. And return. That wasn't so bad, was it? No. So now I want you to take the band underneath your seat. And I'm still pinching with my thumb and second finger. And again, do what you need to with your legs, but don't slouch. I want you to press these arms up to a diagonal and then bring them back down. I inhale and I exhale. Every time my arms go up, I think of my spine going tall, but I don't sink when my arms come back down. Good. Now I'm going to add on. Keep these arms up, and I'm going to open them out to the side, and then bend my arms back in. I reach up, hold, open up, and come back in. Inhale. Just two more. One more. Now I'm going to turn, so I had my hands like this. I'm going to come like this and connect my thumb and second finger behind my back, and we're going to do some triceps. So I'm trying to keep my thumb and second finger connected, and yes, the band will rub against your skin and the back of your shoulders. We're only going to do 5 more. Here's 5, 4, keep the rib cage tall, 3, 2, hold it up, and then open up those arms and slowly control it all the way down. Okay, let's come on to our sides. So your head's going to go on this side of your mat. Keep your band with you, okay? Check in with your body. I'd also get a drink if you have water with you. All right, so again, band is optional. If it got all bunched up in what we just did, try to unbunch it just in the middle so at least you can have your foot flat in that band, okay? All right, so with the very back of the mat, the very edge of the mat, I'm going to prop my head up with my arm. You can also lay all the way down, okay? I'm going to slide my feet to the front edge of the mat. So my shoulder and my rib cage and hips are at the back of my mat, and my feet come to the front. I got 2 ends in my hand. I punch my knuckle down, my palm faces in, and my shoulder is connected to my rib cage. Lift this top leg up and then down. So I'm not going all the way up, I'm going higher than hip height. I want you to push your bottom leg down as you lift your top leg up. Do not lean back, so make sure your hips are stacked. Up and down. 2 more. Now I want you to come down to where you're equal to your hip. And we're going to flex the foot and we're going to swing forward, give a push. Now push into your band, point and come back for 2 counts. Flex, flex, point, point. Exhale, inhale. Now I want you to feel your navel pushing deeper back to that spine as that leg comes forward. When you bring it behind, squeeze your booty in the back of your thigh. No rocking, no rocking. One more. Forward, give a push. Now I'm going to go into a really big, I call it grand rond de jambe. Kind of come forward, lift up, and behind, coming through. Now if this is too much for you, you make your circles small. Whoop. Don't let that hip go with you. One more. Stop in the middle. Now let's reverse it. Let's come back, lift up, come forward, come through, pushing that bottom leg still into the mat. I inhale back, I exhale up, and give me one more. Bring it back, bring it around, and stop right where they're stacked. Now let's do small circles. Lift your leg hip height. Now we're gonna go a little quicker. 1, 2, 3. But boy, do I feel my belly and my booty working. 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide those legs back. I'm gonna lift both legs up and down. Up and down. Shoulders down, that top shoulder's down. Keep tension on that band. Keep your hips stacked, don't lean back. Feel that oblique activating to lift these legs. Nice and easy, nice and slow. 2 more. Now hold this one up. Turn your heels towards each other in little heel beats. Oh, my outer thigh and hip, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that band, shake it off, shake it off. Now I'm gonna take this knee, I'm gonna bend it and put that behind the other leg. So I slightly came back off dead center on that hip. I came back a little bit. I'm gonna lift the straight leg up and down. And as I lift this leg, my belly is scooping, my inner thigh's active, and I'm pushing this foot into the floor as I lift. So I'm also feeling some engagement here in my hamstring on the other leg. 5, hopefully you can feel that belly. 4, 3, 2, hold this one up, point those toes, and pulse up, 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 up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg, stack the legs back together. Now I'm going to give you another option here to do a side teaser. So I'm going to lay on this arm. I'm going to roll back onto my butt. This arm is going to stay on the mat. I'm going to lift my legs up and the arm will reach with those legs. I come back onto my side. If that is not for you, you can lay here and continue doing these up and downs. Here we go. Inhaling up. Exhale, hover. Just 2 more. Slower is better. Use your core. Bring it back down and hover those legs. And last one, we bring it up and we bring it down. Take those arms, stretch them long. Good. Now take this hand, your free hand, to the mat. Bend your knees. Now the arm that you're laying on, wrap it around that rib cage. Heel of the hand's going to push into the floor, and we're going to zip up and down. Triceps. Make sure the shoulder is down, not lifting up. So this is going to tell you a little bit about your strength in that tricep. And 4, and 3, and 2. Bring it all the way up, and we go to the other side. Grab your water if you need that little drink. How are we doing? We're so quiet today. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we put it on the top foot. Lay to the back of your mat. Remember, you don't have to use the band. Although on this one here, I like using the band because I feel that lengthening, okay? All right, so here we go. Back of the mat, bring your feet forward, hips are stacked, palm faces you, knuckles to the floor, shoulder relaxed. We pry it up and we come down. So it's not all the way up, it's higher than hip height. Up, resist. I'm resisting up, I'm resisting down. Don't make this the easy exercise of the class. Support your head with your hand. So take your left hand and hold your head up or completely lie on your mat. There you go. There you go. And 3, 2, now come to hip height. Toes facing forward, and we'll swing forward, give a push, back, give a push. That bottom leg, it's gonna help keep you on that mat if you push into the mat with that leg. Let's use our breath here. Exhale forward, scoop the belly deeper. Inhale back, fire the back of your body. So it's a big and a push. A big and a push. Big push. Exhale forward. Inhale. Now we're going to swing forward. Lift up and around. Swing forward, up and around. Swing forward, up and around. One more. Forward, up and around. Now let's reverse it. Back, up and around. Back, up and around. And then take it back. Hip height that leg. And small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your belly. It's not a break for your core. And then reverse it. So every time you circle, think of a coil and that leg getting longer and longer. And 3, and 2, and 1. Legs stacked. Bring them back to this so you're centered. Okay? And we're going to lift both legs up and down. Toes face forward. You're still balancing on that bottom hip. I like to exhale on the up, inhale on the down. You got it. Melt those shoulders. Take your time. And 2. Now hold this one up. Turn the heels to face each other. And we do our little heel beats. So squeeze the inner thighs, the butt, the belly. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the band. Take that top leg behind. So I slightly lean back, so I'm not here anymore. I'm here. And I lift that leg up and down. Up. So I want you to feel the core pulling in to lift this leg. I want you to feel the inner thigh working. I'm pushing my other foot down into the mat. You may even feel your hamstring of that leg engaged. Pull that belly in. Reach that leg longer. And 3, and 2. Now hold this one up. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3. You gotta feel the core. The core is engaged. Every move you make. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees in. All right, so the hand that's resting on your head, that's holding you up, wrap it around that rib cage. Now make sure you're not leaning back. So I can't start here. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, knees are stacked. And I press up, squeeze the back of my arm, and come down. Shh, and come down. Pause, come down. You got it. We go for 4. And 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to take my legs back out. Bring my hand back around. So I probably am going into a different order than the other side, but that's okay. You're going to continue doing your side ups, or you're going to lengthen this arm. You're gonna roll onto the butt cheeks, lift it up, and then hover and come back down. Make sense? Yes? Okay, I need to fix my mic. Here we go. Lift it up, reach, come back down. And come up onto that side. Whoop. One hand always stays down, this bottom arm. I slide it with me, I come back down. I only want to do 4, but because I stopped, I lost track. Sorry if we did more. And then we'll come all the way up. Okay, sneak in those little side teasers. I think that makes you appreciate more the regular teaser, right? Which is next. Here we go. Let's go. The band will help you. The band will help you. So you want to use your band. Put it behind the feet. I always have my toes inside the band. That keeps the band from sliding down and bunching all up. So my legs are 1/5 width apart. I walk those feet a little further out. If you need more assistance coming back up, walk the hands closer to your feet. It makes your band tighter. You can also come back more. Perfect. Shoulders down, chin to chest, round the spine back. Exhale. Nod the chin to your chest. Inhale, float up. You want to do the reverse breath? Do it. I'm going to exhale down. I'm going to inhale up. Now I'm going to go and transition to the next level. Take your left foot out. Take the right leg up. Glue the inner thighs and knees together. They stay together. Roll down on the exhale. Bring it up on the inhale. Shoulders stay down. Try to keep the arms lengthened and in line with your shoulders. One more for 3. Exhale down. Peel back up. Let go of the breath. Switch the feet. Arms are still lengthening. Thighs stay connected. So I don't drop this leg down. I stay connected. Roll down. Make sure those shoulders aren't creeping up. Find that lower back. Lift up. Inhale. 2 more. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down and melt. Nod that chin to your chest. Next level, I'm going to put 2 feet in that band. I'm going to warn you, if you do not have the first 2 variations we did, do not go to this one. You're responsible for keeping those legs at 45 degrees and the back heavy. Nod the chin to your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, keep the legs right where they were. And again, nod that chin to your chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. So you're picking which variation you want. We're going to do 2 more. So in case you're doing a single leg, you can have an even number. 1 more. Now harder, I'm going to hold this up. And my legs will go down and back up. Inhale. Exhale. Another variation. Teaser 3. I'm going to hover. Pull everything up. Inhale. Exhale. You can also lie on that back and hug those knees in if you need the break. I'll do 1 more. Inhale. And then everybody lie down and bend your knees in. Relax those shoulders. And let's slowly zip our legs straight up. Okay? Now, keeping the hips still, keeping the back heavy, take the legs to the right side of your mat. Come down around to the left and hold center. Now I'm going to keep alternating sides. Now I'm going to go to my left. Press down, around, zip up. To the right. Inhale. To exhale. To the left. Inhale. To exhale. 1 more. And I'm going to give you another option for this exercise. And again to the left. Okay, bend those knees in. Now, if that was super easy, another option is to come up onto your elbows. And they're more like hip circles. Okay, so I'll push my legs back out, and as soon as my legs went out, my belly should have went in. I'm gonna take my legs to the right, hold, to the left. So it's a little bit different this way. So if this isn't for you, lie back down on your mat. That's right. And I inhale to exhale. Use your belly more than anything to move these legs. One more stretching. Inhale to exhale. One more. Good, and we'll come all the way down and come into that frog position. All right, so my heels are kissing. I'm in a Pilates stance. My knees are as wide as my frame. And I just want you to push those legs out and come back in. The bands to the outside of your thighs. Now remember, when you're going away from your center with your legs, make sure the glutes and inner thighs are engaged, and the belly is going in deeper in opposition of the legs going out. We'll inhale out, exhale in. Inhale out, exhale in. Two more. Feel that spine still imprinting. Last one, and I'm gonna rock myself all the way up. Okay, let the band go where your feet are, and we're gonna come back onto our stomach, and we're gonna do some swimming. Okay? Everyone says, to swimming. So usually the exercises in Pilates you don't like to do are the ones you really need to be doing. I mean, we want to do all of them, yes. We definitely want to hit this. Everyone always complains about swimming. I don't know why. All right, so I'm going to reach my band out. I'm pinching it with my thumb and second finger again. My arms are an extension of my shoulders, no wider. My legs are about a fist width apart. My forehead's resting on the floor. My navel's pulling in. I'm going to keep my left hand and right foot on the mat. Push them down into the mat as you lift your head and chest with your right and left side. So right arm, left leg, come back down. Now reverse that, switch. So it's always opposite leg as arm, come back down. And I want you to keep looking down at the mat so your neck is in line with your spine. Now pay attention to, what are your hips doing? Your hips should be lying on the mat as we lift. I'm going to inhale up, exhale down. And I want resistance with the other hand with that band. So I'm working muscles as I'm lifting. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. One more. Now let's add a different variation because I like to have variety. I'm going to slide my hands now as wide as my mat. So I've changed how far apart your arms are. Legs stay the same. I'm going to lift everything up. All my limbs, head and chest, everything is lifted up. Now I'm going to pull the band apart. My legs will go out. I return and then lower back down. I lift everything up. I go out to a wider V. I come back in and I release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Lift up, open. Now this time, I'm going to stay up and do 8, I'm going to call them jumping jacks. Okay? You can do as many as you want. You can continue doing what we just did. You can also go back into a child's pose. I'm going to lift up. Ready? We're going to do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let go of your band and stretch back slowly into that child's pose. Release the back, release the neck. Check in with your body. There's always checkpoints all throughout class to make sure we're doing okay. All right. So come on to your side. Match me. How we doing? Okay. 6 little minutes left. Now, I'm going to take my legs out a little further, and my top foot is going to cross in front of my bottom foot. The reason why I come out more, if my knees, the further my knees are in, the more my hip has to go into flexion, And I think for most of us, we won't like that. So I have our feet go further out, front foot and top. Now, if you have a shoulder issue, you can come onto your forearm to do this, but we're going to be coming up and over into our mermaid, okay? So I reach this arm out, the palm is up. I can't start collapse, I need to lock this, squeezing a lemon in your armpit. You're gonna press off everything that's on that mat, follow your arm. I come back and I hover, I don't sit all the way down, I hover. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up and over, exhale. Now I'm gonna hold this one here. If you want a little bit extra credit, I'm gonna bring my arm up, and I'm gonna lift my hips up, I'm gonna thread that needle, and then I'm gonna come back around. I'll pike up, eyes to navel, inhale, exhale, just one more. Pike up from your core, back and shoulders, and I lower all the way down, and I bring my knees closer together. So now we're in mermaid stretch. If you can't sit up tall with your legs close together, separate them as much as you need to, but sit tall, okay? So you can't be sitting like this and having your knees stacked. Grab onto your back shin and bring this arm straight up. Shoulders are down, rib cage and spine are lengthening. Inhale over. Exhale, bring those arms out like a T. Palms are up. Now come onto this forearm. Keep your hips where they were. Keep your seat pressing towards your mat. Now use this bottom arm to help come up as much as you need to. Grab onto that shin. Now zip up and then over. Always lengthening first. Come back and hold. Come onto that forearm, take your time. I'm going over a railing. Bring it back up. And I'm going to take our hands down behind us and swing those legs around. Okay, so that kept you in your powerhouse, hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to take these knees a little further out. Take my top foot on the mat in front of my bottom foot. You can be on your forearm if you need to. Do not have your arm close to your body, it's out here. Palm is up. I'm going to follow this palm as it goes up and over. Retrace, hover the floor. Inhale, up and over. Now on the exhale, you can bring the arms straight up or you can lower to your mat. I'm going to thread the needle. Exhale, carefully unwind. Pike up your seat. Keep your legs braided. And I just do one more. Inhale. Exhale. And I come all the way down. Okay. Bring the knees in. Or separate them, whatever you need to do. Okay. And if you need a different modification, I've seen you might be struggling on this side, you can do a mermaid with your legs straight out. Okay, same thing, but your legs will be straight, so you don't have to be bent. All right, grab onto your back shin, zip up. Think of me being way up there and pulling that arm up. Inhale over, exhale, open up and hold. Come onto that forearm, inhale. As much as you need to, use that bottom hand, exhale. Grab on, inhale, exhale. Up and over, up then over. Bring it back in and release. Face the center of the room. I want you to grab onto that band again. And we're going to do 3 quick stretches on each side. Some of you may be doing 4. Put it behind your right toes. Lie back. Pull your elbows down. Lengthen that leg. So try to have both legs straight. Inhale on the exhale. See if you can pull that leg a little closer. Inhale. Exhale. Flex your heel and point your toes if you want to get more. One more. Now put both ends into your right hand and pull the elbow down. Left arm goes away from you, palm down. Let the right leg fall out to the right. Keep looking straight up at the ceiling. Push into that band, pull with those arms, and keep the hips in a straight line, nothing went with you. Bring that leg back up, put both ends in your left hand, pull your left elbow down, the right arm goes out. Now keeping your tail heavy, let the right leg go a little bit to your left. I didn't peel anything else off that mat. This is your IT band, right along the outer thigh. Now if you want to add some spinal rotation, I'm going to take this leg further out. My spine feels like it's having water run out of it again. And I'm looking away from that leg. And you can peel off that mat, but the right shoulder must stay down. And I'll bring that leg back up, and I'll switch the leg. Elbows pull down. Both legs are lengthening. We inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale, exhale a little further. Now flex the heel, point the toe. Flex the heel, point the toe. Now put both ends into your left hand, left elbow down, right arm out like a T, and let this left leg drop out to your left, but nothing on the right side of your body can go with you. And I'm pushing into that band as I'm pulling at the same time. And then bring that leg straight up, switch the hand, other arm goes out, and I take this left leg towards the right by keeping my tail and hip down. So first, that IT band stretch. Now if you want, you can continue that leg. It's peeling my body off the mat, but my left shoulder and left arm stay heavy, and I'm looking away from that leg. Bring it back up to the center. I'm going to rock myself up, and you have